Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to another episode of Audiophiles with Biz Lifestyle, the AudioPod. I am Biz, and we will jump right in. This is smooth talk, no filter. Let's dive into the topic, shall we? I hope you are all doing well. Blessings and light to everyone. Nothing but good energy as always. Today's topic for discussion: don't get mad, get money. Don't get mad, get money. Let me break that down. What I mean when I say don't get mad, get money is essentially don't hold grudges. Like, just use that energy to elevate yourself. Use that energy to progress. Use that energy to do better. You know what I mean? In a sense, it is manipulative and it can be perceived as passive aggressive to give someone the silent treatment just because, or to hold a grudge. That's actually toxic, against you in a way, because there is, hurt feelings behind it. There is malintent behind it. So don't hold grudges. Just give your distance. And once you've had an opportunity to process it, do so with a smile. Channel that energy and use it to do better for yourself. That's the energy that we own. Again, we keeping it real here. We keeping it a buck. It is about us. We are building a community. This message is for me and for you. So these are life lessons that I've, gathered along the way on my journey through trial and error, experience making mistakes. Don't hold grudges. Get better. I'm at a point in time in my life where if I have a unhealthy, a toxic falling out, if it's explosive, if it's heated, if it's counterproductive, if it's just negative energy across the board, and usually that means this isn't a relationship going forward that is to be salvaged or that is beneficial for me, I'm going to give you my distance. And I'm to the point where now I'm not announcing it. And I've spoken about that, on the channel as well, but I'm not even going to announce it for the most part, because it's what's the sense? It's like the other party involved knows exactly what happened because they were there. There's two sides to every story, they say. And as far as I'm concerned, the truth lies somewhere in the middle. So I don't get all caught up in the details anymore. It's not important, because I know me. I love me. I know where my areas of opportunity are. I know I'm imperfect. I know I make mistakes. So I'm not here to convince anyone of anything. I'm not looking for validation. I'm not looking to be right. It is what it is. Hit dogs holler. That's what they say. So keep in mind, people who are running around, looking for confirmation, selling themselves and giving their side of the story and looking to rally the troops. Those are usually the people who you may want to give a closer look at as far as their credibility. That's how my mind works anyway. I try to be a strategist and an analyst at all times. And I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. And furthermore, don't even bring it to me. Like, whatever they said, you can believe it or not. That's up to you. I'm me. My energy is going to say the same. I'm going to interact with you based on you. Please do the same with me. And don't report back to me or about me. I'm moving forward. So that's how I am. I'm not getting mad. I'm getting money. I'm focusing on my blessings. And it's like, the more that you're grateful, the more you stay focused on the positivity of this life and the goodness, the more that it comes to you. And even the little hurdles and trials that do come, they kind of slide right off you you feel me? They kind of slide right off you, because I'm not focused on that. I'm not concerned with that. And for every one person that has an issue with you or has hate for you, there's 3 or 4 that love you. So why not focus on the love? Why not focus on the love? Don't allow people to project their expectations or their energies onto you. Keep it moving. Do it moving. Process what you can as far as that situation. Take what you can learn from it and leave the rest behind and just keep moving. When I want to make an impact on somebody, if it's a situation that I can't remain in, I distance myself. I know who I am. I know what I come with. I know the God that lives inside of me. I know that there's goodness. So when I want to have an impact on somebody, I just take my presence and my energy away. If I feel like, not from a victim mindset, but just being an analyst, just paying attention, just taking inventory of my relationships. If I see that my time, my resources are not being valued in a way that I deem worthy, like that I deem necessary, I'm just going to pull back. And like I said, this ain't no, childish kicking and screaming, temper tantrum. Like, no, because nobody owes us anything. Like, we all here on a mission, looking to make it happen every day to the best of our abilities. I'm in that fight as well. I know exactly what's going on with that. Nobody owes me anything, but it does help when you have a community of people, when you have a support system around you, when you have a network around you that is supportive, that is understanding, that is, there to look out when they can, there to give you constructive criticism if need be, feedback, speak life into you, but also, hold you accountable. I'm all about that. We need that. I don't need any yes men around me, and I refuse to be one. So I'm definitely, giving people their space, giving people their space and grace. Let's just say that we out here giving each other space and grace. But at the same time, I'm definitely commanding my respect. I'm definitely paying attention to where I can make contributions and where I'm being valued. I'm going to go and gravitate to the places and people where I feel valued and where I'm being respected and where I'm understood. And even when there's, debate, or we have to agree to disagree, there's still love there. There's still perspective to be had. I actually tend to, enjoy connections with people where, we're not necessarily best friends and we don't agree on everything, but there's a respect, because it's like, I get a lot from that because it gives me perspective. It allows me to get out of my own way. It allows me to get out of my own way when I can see situations through someone else's eyes. And even if it doesn't change the next step that I'm going to take, it doesn't mean that I didn't find value in that perspective because I didn't necessarily agree with it. And I think that's a beautiful place to be, where you can find value in other people's life experience and other people's point of view. I salute that. And like I said, I need those interactions because that's just how I learn. Again, I'm in a place where I'm crazy a little bit. Like, I'm finding like the beauty in discomfort and uncertainty. And I'm starting to gravitate more toward things that were once uncomfortable, because I'm finding that that's where I'm growing the most at. That's where I'm learning. That's where I'm getting better. That's where I'm becoming sharper. So I want that. I want that. And I don't want to shy away from things just because they seem difficult. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to put that message out there. As always, make sure, that you drop it down in the comment section. Let me know, speak your truth, speak your piece. Let me know if this resonates with you. Let's expound on the conversation. You can always drop a line, askbizlifestyle@gmail.com. That is askbizlifestyle@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram. That is worthyxii, worthyxii, all lowercase, worthy1212. Information is in the about page on YouTube as well. But let's continue to dive in. So use your energy, man. When you have falling outs with people, or you have disagreements, or something doesn't go right, maybe you feel like somebody was kind of playing on your intelligence, trying to insult your intelligence a little bit. You find that happens, keep the love in your heart, because that's important. And that's a part of being obedient. I'm definitely saying, acknowledge that and take action on it. I will never encourage you to be a doormat or to just allow someone to take advantage of you. We're not about that over here. We're about growth and loving on one another. But what I will say is, don't get mad. Get money. Don't get mean. Don't get nasty. Because when you get to a place where you start tit for tatting with people, where you start trying to go back and forth, when you start looking for that get back, when you start thinking about that get back, it's already having an adverse effect on your character and on your energy. And you can invite, evils into your life when you operate that way. You can set many fires and create subtle sabotages when you start to operate in a tit for tat mindset. And again, we got to keep it a buck. You're being controlled when you start tit for tatting. And people who are takers and like don't have boundaries, like there's no limit to where that's not a battle that you're going to win, probably, because they don't have a limit to where they're willing to go. Very, very highly unlikely like that's something that you want to be involving yourself in. And they're still getting your energy. And when you're dealing with a person that is not necessarily the most healthy, psychologically or mentally, it's like dealing with a child for real. Like, any attention is good attention. They in the grocery store kicking and screaming for Sour Patch Kids. That's kind of how I equate that, like visually in my mind. Any attention is good attention. So don't tit for tat, be of a boss mindset, never a victim mindset. Take responsibility for the part you had to play. And if it means that there's no positive moving forward about this, Again, this is unhealthy, it's toxic, it's taken away from your creativity, it's affecting your quality of life, it's taken away from your peace. It's bad energy around you. Distance yourself from it. And you don't have to announce it. You reserve the right to change your mind at any time. And there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes you have to distance yourself and you have to take action in that way to command your respect and to enforce that boundary and to let those around you know, what you're willing to accept and what the standards are. And that not only do you respect your own boundaries, but you respect theirs too, if they just so happen to have them. Depends on the situation we're talking about. But that's all I got for you today for the audio pod. Again, let's keep the conversation going. Make sure you keep that energy high, keep the love real, you know what I mean, and move accordingly. Use those situations to better yourself, as not to continue the same patterns. Be better, ready to identify the things that are healthy for your life and what aren't. And moving forward with a smile. Don't get mad, get money. I'm Biz, a Biz Lifestyle. And until next time, good vibes to all.